2018 was a tricky year to be an Arctic Monkeys fan. It had just been under 4 years since they were in the public eye, finishing up the tour for their most commercially successful album, AM. Many fans were left hoping that their upcoming 6th record would lean back into the garage rock roots of their first 2 records, while their newer fans were hoping for AM Part 2, another pop rock centric album with guitar hooks and catchy choruses to match. Well, suffice to say, neither groups would be happy with what came next. October 28th, 2018. New Orleans. 4 out of 5. The band begins with their most accessible song from their new record, Tranquility Base Hotel Casino. One of the only songs with a riff that's easy to sing along with and a definitive chorus. The significantly hairless lead singer raves about the advertising for the Lunar Hotel, Tranquility Base Hotel Casino. Have we lost you yet? The concept album focuses on the eponymous hotel in a retro-futuristic dystopia, which is far and away from whatever fans are used to. The fans may be a bit lost, but lead singer Alex Turner eases their worries by singing one of their classic tunes. In the 5th single from AM, Arabella, Turner sings about a past lover. Though their studio efforts may have distanced some fans, their performances haven't. Still holding on to their rock roots, they have several additional touring members helping out their concerts. Turner's 12-string guitar rings out across the festival, playing the instantly recognisable Do I Wanna Know. Their new 2018 version is significantly moodier than the version from 4 years earlier. The guitars are darker, drums are more spread out, and the backing synths are much more noticeable. After a brief pause, the band continues with the theme of darker renditions of their earlier songs. Don't sit down cause I've moved your chair. Just like the album version, Turner's vocals and guitar are the only elements needed for the beginning 40 seconds. Until the band kicks in for a dramatic intro. The song is a Monkees classic, and is understandably the most played song from their 4th record, Suck It and See, a fairly neglected record from the band. During the outro, Turner shows his quirkiness on his guitar as the band ends the song. Turner continues to mess around on his guitar as they begin their 3rd most played song, the lead single from one of the band's most successful albums, Humbug. One of their touring members, Tom Rowley, who is sometimes known as the 5th Arctic Monkeys member, adds keyboards to the already atmospheric Crying Lightning. The band will continue the theme of adding extra elements from their latest record into their older songs for the rest of the live performances. The keyboard intro, influenced by The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, excites the crowd as they are all aware of the next song in the setlist, 505. It's typically reserved for the ending of a set, typically one of the last songs played in their concerts. There are many layers in the climax of the song, with multiple guitars, synths, bass and drums, and Turner's soaring vocals. As the song comes to a close, drummer Matt Helders refuses to give up on the song. The band performs a song that goes by many names: The Jam of Boston, Drawbridge, Live at Apollo, Mission Control, and many more. The song initially debuted in Boston, hence its most common name. The guitar solo from 505 is played by the lead singer, though at a much higher tempo and on keyboard. There are many improvisations played by the band, including by regular touring members, percussionist Scott Gillies and keyboardist Tyler Parkford. Turner mimics the lead guitar line as the band settles into one of their newer songs, Tranquility Base Hotel Casino. The 3-minute instrumental transition works perfectly, setting the scene for the 2nd single from their latest album. During the song, Alex can't resist himself in snippeting another song. This time, it's Girl on Fire by Alicia Keys. For Turner's 30th birthday, he was gifted a Steinway Vertigrand piano, which was used as the musical foundation for the band's next era. The band begins a new rendition of Robbie from TikTok's favourite song.
I saw you in the parrot's beak. There's no mystery here. My favourite's Cornerstone. And what a tune it is.
Alex sings about the process of falling in love with your ex's sister, in a bit of an unorthodox love song. Alex begins to elongate some of his words, as he does with his Way Home. It's clear to see that Alex is a vastly different person than the 20-something-year-old that originally wrote the song. He begins to ramble on.
Can call me anything you want, because we'd always had a connection, you see.
The lights turn on, illuminating the stage and the audience.
Everybody all right?
Turner teases the crowd and their fans, as there were many that were speculating their 6th record would be their last.
It's the end of the road for us tonight, Voodoo. Hope you're aware of that.
The band are about to play the thematic sequel to Cornerstone, The Ultra Cheese. The song serves as a closer to Tranquility Base Hotel Casino. Turner embodies his inner actor for the climax of the song. He then flexes his vocal chops, just for good measure. As Helder's drum intro for Do Me a Favour prepares the crowd for the next 5 or so minutes. Nick O'Malley's funky bass riff joins Helder's for one of the band's most heartbreaking songs. Another favourite worst nightmare track about a breakup with an intense climax. Turner's sarcastic and dry humoured lyrics take on a very different meaning as he hits his 30s. The simple piano intro, courtesy of Tom Rowley, along with Helder's kick and snare, set the stage for One Point Perspective. Although the band are touring their latest record, they only include 5 songs, leaving 17 other slots for their more well-regarded songs. Turner shows that he still knows how to solo, with a solo that isn't very technical, but emotive nonetheless. The statement is more relevant than ever due to most audience members not knowing the words of the song. They don't have to worry for long though, as they play the incredibly upbeat tune Snap Out of It. Back are Helder's and O'Malley's backing vocals and crowd participation. Though still including the atmospheric elements of their latest endeavour. As the crowd gets settled in the halfway mark of the concert, Turner finally decides to introduce a member of the band.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mr. Matthew J. Elders III on the drums, by the way.
As he begins one of their fastest songs, Brainstorm, the thunderous drums, surf rock inspired guitars and driving bass, that's all the audience needs. The song is typically used as the second song in the set, but it's clear on this tour they were tired of the rules. Helder's gets to let out a drum solo like he would on their tune a few years later on Body Paint as he finishes the song. The band can't help themselves but play a new improvised intro entitled John Carpenter's Blues Explosion, which is similar to the Jam of Boston but darker and more dazzling with arpeggiating synths, which is much more reminiscent of the 80s than the 60s vibe that Tranquility Base Hotel Casino is. Everything cuts out except for the drums and bass, as Jamie Cook and Alex Turner freestyle, until landing on the intro to Knee Socks. Upon realizing the next number, the crowd cheers. Alex goes to run his hand through his hair, upon realizing he doesn't really have any. This song is another great example of Turner singing a pretty simple melody while playing a completely different rhythm on the guitar. The band plays a second tune from Suckin' and See, Library Pictures. Turner's distorted vocals perfectly accompany the tune, with Helder's explosive drums. Upon finishing the tune, the band heads straight into their first single, I Bet You Look Good on the Dance Floor. It's clear that as big as the Monkees are, even their earliest tunes don't go over as well in America as they do in the UK. The audience are much more familiar with AM, and you can tell. Perfectly fitting the darker atmosphere of their new era, the band jumps into Pretty Visitors from their third record. Turner tries his best to dance, but it goes about as well as you'd think it would go. Though the American audience are lackluster, Turner manages to make himself laugh. Fortunately, during the final chorus, the audience do in fact cast the shadow of a snake pit on the wall. The band bring out their acoustic guitars for the final song of the main set, number 1 party anthem. Although audiences would be surprised by the shift to ballads with the release of Tranquility Base Hotel Casino, it was evident, even back in 2013, that Turner and Co were playing around with the idea. The band thanks the audience as they leave for a quick break. Although the audience knows they're in store for more, they still chant for one more song. The band begins the polarizing star treatment. Turner sings about being a washed up rock star on the Lunar Surfaces Hotel, performing residencies for a tired crowd. Although the encore is typically saved for the fan favourite songs, and Star Treatment is definitely not one of them yet, they will offer up 2 more popular songs. The band play yet again another single from AM, One for the Road. Which, of course, matches the same vibe and atmosphere of their new era, while keeping the original's charm. Now, of course, we're at the last song of the night, and everybody knows which song's next. Are You Mine? Although the band has released a new album and tour that may alienate some of their garage rock fans, the band still knows what the audience is here for. Are You Mine was brought to life on the Suckin' and See tour, specifically for their American audience. The crowd still engages with the band, maybe not as much as their British audience do though. The band still kills it on stage and gives it their all, even including an additional chorus. The show is the perfect example of giving the audience what they're here for, while also not compromising your artistic integrity, even if it alienates your fans. They've managed to mix the old with the new and come up with creative transitions between their songs. The Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino era of the band, although polarizing, was clearly an immense source of creativity for the band. Thank you.